Hello, everybody. It's Mickey D back again with another episode of Oxygen Not Included, episode 47. Oh, want to do some streams yesterday? Did not happen. Mainly because I was playing the game all day yesterday. It was a lot of loading and saving and reloading and saving and reloading and getting liquid hydrogen while not having supercoolant. Not that fun, but I did get it. And I'm gonna start off by actually we got a broken pipe there. I'm gonna fix that. But we've got enough in here to head out to, actually we can go quite a bit farther too. Yeah, I don't think we want to go there. I want to go here because there's steel, copper, and glass. And obviously we want to go to one. We've already explored these. So, yep. Which we can actually get some more fuel. So we might actually be able to hit over to here. Because we can get 46.9 right now. And I think it's only like 3/4 full. So be able to hit up into here. But thinking copper. Oh, that'd be nice because we have actually used up pretty much like all of our copper ore. We are also actually completely out of sedimentary rock. So, yeah. And then I get a message. But yeah, we're gonna go over to the satellite. The old copper glass. Hopefully we'll have some decent stuff over there as well. We're gonna go ahead and launch, and I really hope I retracted the entry. I did. Look at the hydrogen. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize they stayed on the side. Yes, I'm gonna fix that. I don't think we're actually leaking anything out of it. It is broken, but I was looking at it earlier, and I'll show you. We have a couple of issues we got to work on. One mainly being we're having severe power shortages. So it's been like a day. I've done more than I wanted to on the base. I didn't want to do streams where I was sitting there fighting, getting the liquid hydrogen working. Liquid oxygen is not a problem. And then I was going to just go, well, we'll just do the petroleum rocket with liquid oxygen, you know, that'll work. And then we ran out of petroleum. So I'm going to get the oil wells up and running. That's going to be, I did some reading earlier, and it seems like sour gas is a great source for fuel, because you can take the sour gas, turn it back into natural gas, and supposedly you can run like 27 natural gas generators off of that. So you get like a lot more bang for your buck. It's just you gotta process it basically. So look, here comes more hydrogen. Now this is what I want to see what's going to happen is it going to start breaking stuff, because that's what I thought. So we're gonna have to recirculate it, and I think what we might do is put it into a tank, and I'm assuming that's why that one broke too, because that we actually did fill up the liquid oxygen. So for now, oh no, you're sending out more. What I'm gonna do is just cut the lines, and then it'll hold it in a tank. And the same thing over here. I'll just cut the lines. So yeah, this is actually working really good. Problem is if it shuts down, it will break. But it's only until we get super coolant. So hopefully, so yeah, as you can see, so 2 aqua tuners, it cycles down through radiant pipes, thermal shift plates. It turned out didn't actually need the gas reservoirs in there. I could actually pull those out, and I may do that, but the good thing is the gas reservoirs are actually, as you can see, the gas reservoir itself is negative 394 degrees, so it's acting like basically like a giant heat sink. And as you can see, it's quite cold in there, and actually quite around. I had to open the door. I opened the doors up because this is actually liquid this is oxygen that's turning into liquid outside here. So really, maybe we wouldn't even need that. I don't think we get enough. But I actually did have a weird issue too, and I have another issue going on with the base that we're going to have to figure out too. It's not as bad, but pressures in the base, like here, you got 15 kilograms of oxygen in there. I don't even know why, because that is a sealed room that's never been opened up, and that has basically been nothing but natural gas coming off of there. So, I don't know. But as you can see, the pressures are kind of like higher here. It was really high. They were like 5 kilograms, so they're all getting like popped ears and stuff when they were going in. I think they still do. That's they're better now. Just soggy feet. We're having humidity issues. The base is actually getting a little toasty. 118, 142. You know, it's a little warm, so that might be something we'll also have to address. I'll try to go over all the changes I made real quick off camera. Like I said, I ended up doing quite a bit more than I wanted to, but I had to keep fighting with getting this up and running. So the only change I made to my initial design was I only had one aqua tuner. One aqua tuner didn't really seem to do enough. So I added a second aqua tuner in, and that gave me the little bit more I really needed. As you can see, the oxygen's actually freezing. And then, but it's borderline, so it basically turns back to liquid or gas, and then it's liquid. So obviously, you know, yep, there we go. Drops off and comes down in. And the pump sucks it up and stores it. So it works out really good. And really all it is just I did ceramic pipes, gold radiator. And I just have more radiator over here. It comes in on this side, so this is colder. So we're not dropping this down quite as low because we need 290. So it's actually pretty much right where it needs. Obviously, there's a little bit of a temperature gradient there, but and then this side's down. It gets down to like the negative 420 that it needs. So that actually balanced out pretty well. And one of the issues is we're just using water. So if the pipes stop, then it's going to freeze and it breaks, and then it falls out. So we end up getting some ice down there. I might end up at some point. I don't think we've had an issue with it since it's been up and running. Because usually with these stop, this warms up immediately enough, it turns to gas, and then I just have to go in there and collect ice if it breaks the pipes. But that's only if we run out of power. As you can see, our batteries aren't really charging that well. I actually threw in a couple more batteries. I got rid of actually we still have one petroleum generator. I actually need to pull that out. I added another natural gas in, that's basically the only thing that's saving us right now, is that is giving us just enough pretty much to keep everything running. Otherwise, the one aqua tuner will keep powering down, and then it keeps basically breaking the system. What else did I do? I pulled out I pulled out one of the aloxite refineries. And I actually disabled it because we have such a huge stockpile. I gotta work on conveyors again, which will probably be working soon. Good thing about the base running off camera is the hatch farms are all up and running now. I did drop them down to 7 because I realized these are only 94, not the 96, because these got pushed. That's why they kept being unhappy. They got pushed back. And the same thing here is I think this got pushed back 1 because of when I added the rails in. And I should just know by now to just keep them 3 wide when I make them initially, but oh well. And yeah, so, and I move the incubators up here, and then they just go and drop them off in whatever room they need to go to. The only thing I'm not really tracking is, see, now we're actually getting more hatches than we have room for. So he's just wrangling them and then leaving them tied up, and they're just wandering around in the room. Which thankfully they can't actually really go anywhere. So, yeah. And that's obviously something we're going to have to address here at some point, but it's not at the top of my priority list. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We can actually address that really quick. We're just going to turn that into another hatch room. That'll work. And at there. Perfect. Except for what's the power doing? Power is actually there. So that'll give us another hatch room. And as far as I know, we're doing great on steel. I haven't really, well, we burned through quite a bit of it actually shortly, but it's, you know, I would like to be up in the tons instead, but we're doing fine on it. We're also making a lot of ceramic now too, because actually all this is ceramic in there. Even the insulation is ceramic for now. Seems to be working fine. And then the piping out here is ceramic, but then it goes to like, you know, sandstone or igneous rock in here. So I figure as long as it's not getting hit, be all right. What we're gonna end up doing is just putting another, because they can't actually, it seems like they can't reach. No, it'll get broken up. So I think we're gonna end up putting bunker doors on these. I think we'll leave, well, we'll figure out what we need. I'm gonna do the, we'll do the rocket calculator, figure out what we need for the research rocket to go pretty much all the way out or whatever. And then, but what I'm thinking about doing is we'll do tanks maybe over here and stockpile our hydrogen and our oxygen in here, because as long as it's in tanks, it seems like it doesn't care if the temperature drops or whatnot. So as long as it's in the tanks or moving, then it's fine. And let's see, this actually ended up getting some hydrogen and oxygen in there too. Actually, it's at 0 now, so it's finally got it cleared out. Yeah, there was a trace amount left in the room. I've switched out all the tanks to like the pressure tanks. Because the first time I actually ran this, I just filled this all up. It's only 150 milligrams with the vanilla one, and the ship takes like, I don't know, 2,700 or something. So, obviously, you know, then it would just sit there. I had a big pool of it at one point in here, which is nice because it helped even out the temperature. I kind of wish I had raised that up a little bit more. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, we might just do this and then just let a puddle sit there. Not a bad idea, I don't think. Now if I do that, then we can actually let's might help to maintain the temperature. I don't know. We'll see. If not, I can always just take it back out. Then we'll go ahead and I was keeping the temp shift plates away. But it seemed like I actually needed more of a spread in there because I was keeping away from the walls. So it would try to keep it more in the room, but it just, I couldn't get the temperature. It just would not get low enough. So what else did I do? Oh yeah, so I changed these to pressure tanks, which I didn't realize until after I did it, but pressure tanks have no automation. So yeah, so I just set them to run full. The valve will kick on and off, so that's fine. If it shuts it off, then this will just, you know, fill up and then shut off. But yeah, because it won't be able to, if it can't output, then it's just going to shut off. So these are running outright because these hold so much more. I mean, we're still actually building up a little bit. I'm thinking about getting rid of the hydrogen power now. And maybe we'll move all the petroleum down to there once we get that up and running. Yeah, see, we just ran out of power. That's not good. Because then what happens is it starts breaking those, and then, yeah, see how much we lost, how much liquid we lost. So, really affects it on being able to cool. Thankfully, I do have that. So if we go like that, we can pump some more in. One of the issues I've been fighting with, and this is because I have a mod installed, as you can see right here, it'll do in a minute. We'll take cold damage. Probably on the, yeah, right there. And that is because the pressure mod ups the capacity on these. So it's actually, the machine's only trying to pull in 10 kilograms and not, like, this will take up to 400 because of the pressure mod. So that's basically making the system, made it harder to run because it'll always backlog there if there's more than 10 kilograms. So that's why I actually put that in there. It's only letting 10 kilograms come through at a time. So as long as when you're filling it up, it doesn't overlap, then it'll stay at 10, but you end up getting some that overlap. So unless it's completely empty, and then you let it off before it comes back around. But this is what happens when the power goes out. So the pipes end up breaking, and then they have to fix the pipes. I had this door open actually for a while because every time the pipes break up here, the water, they always break up here, basically. So the water comes into here, it's increasing the pressure. And since we have the airlock mod on, then it's not letting the water out when you open the door. So I actually had the walls started breaking in here, and I was like, oh, I gotta shut that off. I thought about trying to do a bypass on those, or actually just have them run to a tank and then run back out. Might look at doing that. That might actually keep it breaking. But not really, because it's as long as the power goes out, it stops. It won't flow through. So unless we can do a loop around, but I couldn't find a way to do a loop around where, because the issue is where the pressure mod lets them hold more in the pipes, even if you output at 10. You know, if there's already a bubble passing through, it won't wait like it normally would, and then you'll get 20, say, kilograms, and then when it gets back around to the machine, you get cold damage again. So that mod is making it, and it'd be nice if the mod came out with like thin pipes that were acted as the vanilla pipes, because that way you could still run that, opposed to, or I kind of wish instead of just increasing the capacity of all the pipes, I wish they just added like a mod pipe that was higher capacity. I think there is actually one that does that, but I'm not sure. And I have to check because I think there's some config settings on that, because we don't actually need all the pipes to run the higher capacity. It was mainly just the main line coming into the base, just so we had an adequate supply. I didn't want to run like, 6 supply lines basically into the base. Or for some setups that need like really high throughput for the water. So it wouldn't be bad if we can actually, I know there is some different pipe mods. I might actually look at those. It might balance it out a little bit better. And honestly, like I said, for the most part, we don't really need the high capacity pipes. I mean, we don't need high capacity. If I go to the right overlay, we don't need high capacity pipes coming off of these and stuff, just like this main line coming down here needs to be like high capacity. This main water line, here and maybe like up to, here. Actually, not even that one. Just up to here needs to be high capacity, so we're getting enough, because before we weren't able to feed enough into these, some of these systems, because like, something would take all of the water pretty much before it got to it. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll do a little bit of balancing there. Ah, very nice. You guys are, Oh, see, yeah, we're like completely out of copper. And so, and we'll just make it out of iron instead. So we do have a whole bunch of gold at Apple. It's because I didn't refine any of it. We have a volcano, and that's been doing great. I'm gonna copy setting here. Yeah, I gotta keep an eye on that, because they'll basically die. Because they'll just keep wrangling them and they didn't starve. But yeah, he was already hungry, but he wasn't starving, so. And copy settings, and there we go. All right. Other thing I did do is I ended up expanding the farm. We're actually down to like 120,000 in food. We're up to 20 guys. I guess we're 19. And yes, my phone's blowing up. Let me clean that up. Yeah, having issues with humidity again, on and off. I did, one other thing I did is I pulled out any liquefiables in the storage and I put it down here. So this is like ice and whatnot. So anything that melts, ends up melting, will dump into our water supply. You know, hey, why not? And, but because we have the whole filtration system, so then it'll be all filtered out. I think the only thing we still have an issue with is, I noticed there is molten lead in here and brine. So I might have to look into it. And yeah, because this is basically now it's got brine and in it, so it doesn't want to run. I don't know if it's actually getting a signal to run. No, it's not. What will happen though is it'll end up getting so much brine in it that it can't run because it can't get any more naphtha. So you have to disassemble it, and basically that's what's happened here. Is yeah, you see I had a bunch of brine right there. Yeah, that we got bigger things to take care of. So we're doing okay on power. So basically what happens is when they go to sleep, we're not running a lot of stuff. The batteries end up charging back up. And then, you know, obviously we're charging in. We're also using more. Actually, we're not bad. We were 11 tons. I'm going to 10.4. So we dropped a little bit, but not a lot. Yeah, so that seems to be doing okay. That's also a high pressure tank. I don't actually need that tank anymore over there. You know, it's just, we still have stuff running through it. What I might actually do is just to clean that up a little bit more. That. And then that. And if we disconnected that. Disconnected that. There. Now we can actually just get rid of all that. But I did do some other tweaks and stuff like that. Like you can see, these are all now pressure tanks. This one's not because we're not really getting liquid naphtha. We just have it so we burn it to use it because there's no really any other use for it as far as I know. And that's a mod item anyway. It just gives us a way to, you know, get rid of it. I did have to do a little bit of stuff over here too. This actually ended up overpressurizing. I had to move, for whatever reason, the bubble was not enough. Where the sensor was here, the bubble was all of a sudden just started forming around it. So it actually overpressurized, broke, flooded down there, and I ended up just, yeah, anyway. So I moved the sensor over one because now the water always hits over on that side. It works. So, and I threw a couple ladders in because they actually couldn't get to that wall to repair it. We actually threw in a few more. Yeah, let's clean that up. Okay. Anyway, and I think that's for the most part. Those are full again. We can actually add that, and those are pressure tanks. That is quite a lot of sour gas. I mean, that is a lot of sour gas. That's like 160 tons of sour gas. So we're probably going to start with, I'm trying to figure out where I want to put it, what exactly we need to do. But we need to, I want to get the oil pumps up and running. And as you can see, we've pretty much sucked everything. I ended up pulling that. I got tired of just going running down there and fixing that and fixing that and fixing that. So I had to dig out a little bit just to kind of get more of it all together. I think for the most part, a lot of this is still, some of this is still turning. But obviously I think some of it's still going to sour gas. So we've still got a lot of sour gas up there. Oh, so what I did do, one other little thing I did is, yeah, so remember, I think in the last episode, like the water was up to here. Yeah, the pressure got too high for the tank. It actually ended up blowing a hole on the side of the tank. So I just looked down all of a sudden and I'm like, where'd all of our water go? It was like down, it wasn't that low. It was like down to here or something. But because we did have, this was igneous rock down here somewhere, wherever the transition was to sedimentary, it broke there. So We didn't lose it all, thankfully. Otherwise, I probably would have. Well, I probably would have realized sooner. But I just looked down, and it's all basically running down into here. I mean, pumped back up into the tank, and yeah. Anyway, so I changed the flow, and then I went ahead and just threw floors down and stuff. I think the only other little thing I did is I did throw that up there, kept it from getting broke. It hasn't broke actually since I did that, so that's nice. It'll probably break now that I said that, but I'm assuming this is from hydrogen line breaking. Not really positive, because I haven't seen them break, so it might be from when I was working on it, but I don't really care because hydrogen's pretty good for transferring temperatures, so if it's up in here, that's fine. And they're environmental suits anyway. We'll probably actually, yeah, there's actually quite a bit there. We'll probably end up pumping that out at some point. Anyway, so I want to do some stuff to get all that fit. We gotta do automation. I do want to put bunker doors on here. But I do want to figure out, see, we can go up to here. So I want to see, let's pull up the rocket calculator real quick. So if we say that, no, this is not going to be cargo, this is going to be hydrogen. No cargo bay, just research. Now we could do more. Because you do get the extra for each, you get, what is it, 10 per each research module. So that's how I finished off the, got the liquid hydrogen, is I sent the shuttle up a couple of times and it just came back with 50 each time. So we do liquid oxygen, and how can we go? Just send a rocket all the way out to 210. Is it randomly generated for how far the star map goes out? Just noticing because the calculator goes out to, I guess technically we only have to hit 180. And if we have, so we would need 3 liquid oxygen, no, 3 liquid fuel modules. Yeah, it looks like, so we could actually do that. If we take 5 research modules, we would need 3 liquid oxygen module, or liquid fuel modules, and 1 liquid oxidizer module. And that would actually get us all the way out with the 5. So we could just basically run one. We could just send the research ship to each planet once, basically, just so we can discover everything. We won't actually need the research. It's kind of I kind of wish they'd balance that a little bit more, because you get all the research before, you know, I think literally we have two research things left to do. Let me see. Yeah, we literally have 300 on that and 800 on that. So it won't take, you know, all that many trips to be able to finish. And then we won't have anything else for the research points. We'll just need to discover what's on the planet so we know where we want to go. So if we do, oh, we could actually send, what happens if we had a cargo? No, it won't do it. Okay. So that looks like that pretty much the 5. So we'll figure out, we might be able to fit those in because we have 5. So really the only thing we need to change is we need 2 more liquid fuel modules. So that we could definitely do. It'll be a lot of hydrogen, which is one of the reasons. Oh, we don't have that much fuel? I just want to see how far it will build up. I kind of wish it doesn't give you the, oh, there it is. Okay, it's just still covered there. Is it when we go to... No. So it still labels it as vacuum. Yeah, not that far, but yeah, it's gonna go hit unknown. So it is pretty much right up here though. So we can definitely go quite a ways. I don't want to burn all this. So for now, guys, go ahead. Up. You're gonna need that. I don't even know if we need to go. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna that far lower. Oh, really? Electric stuff in there. Why am I not surprised? All right. Anyway, and we might do some more with solar. I'm gonna figure out how many rockets we actually want to run. I want to put. So, I kind of want to move the gantry to the other side, just for the fact that all the connections are over. Can we flip those? If I even try the rocket engine, I want to try to build somewhere. Really, come on, rocket. No, it doesn't actually. That's right, because it gives you a little tool prompt for flip. Yeah, because in that actually, yeah, you can do the. We might actually just do something like that, especially if they need to get over there and repair. I don't know. Might not be that necessary. I'll batter up this. Oh, hey, the rocket's back. Ah, research. All right. So, if we have enough space, I don't think we do. No, we'd have to move the whole rocket over one. Say, because we have enough, we could push everything back a little bit and get two rockets here side by side. But don't mess with that yet. At some point, we'll not need the research. Oh, let's see. Yeah, speaking of that, did it actually tell? So we get Nubium, Epsilon, and see, I want to start sending cargo rockets up here. We have some chlorine, super coolant, hopefully. But for now, at least, see, that's why I want to do. Not too much. Well, that's actually damage set up. Yeah, very nice. Okay. And then that'll let them get to at least repair those. So that'll be good for now. Much damage. And everything that we're collecting is just sitting down here. Just the rocket just blows it off to the side or whatnot. Oh, that was some other small ones. I think they're all 20, aren't they? I should put a pedestal in each bedroom. I might actually do that because I think that would actually give more than decor. Well, we should be getting a bonus from that. Does it not show it on there? Enables plant domesticates. Yeah. Future morale. Oh, is it listed under the plant itself? I think it's listed under the plant, which there's a really way to. Oh, yeah. Let's remove the diamond. Not that it's a bad thing, but diamond only gives 11. We do have. Oh, we're definitely getting a lot more eggs now, though. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, pristine fossil. See, it's weird because it doesn't tell you what the morale is when you pick it. They're all like 20. There we go. And the other room should have... Oh, it has an empty pedestal. There we go. They'll like that. And then we could take the snazzy suit off of there. Why not? This before we're kind of just throwing stuff up there. So the with the break room, oh, we can throw the blender. It kind of fits in with the theme next to the water cooler. Maybe they're making some mixed drinks. All right. Anyway, let's see now. Conveyor system is still just a complete and utter mess. 100% my fault. But we've got to take care of that. So I don't think we have. Question where this is still so hot. Pumping that out without. Till we have some better metals without overheating the pump. We can actually just clean that. So obviously we need power, we need water, gold, and I think what we might end up doing. I was gonna say I could just throw. Go. See. Can't actually pick that up. Well, we can, but make this. Oh no, I got stuck at 3 right there. It's not going to be enough power to run those. Need a few more. And what do we at temperature done? 27, but I think it actually has. If I remember correctly, it was actually like it's like 40 or something as well. Oh jeez, who's what? Oh, because you guys ran the wire. I think you guys are such good builders. Get that off too. There you go. We got it. Ooh. So I sweep that up. We'll actually do something with it. Quick, grab it before it hatches. All right. So power. Yeah. What were we down here? Very hot. We need that. 58. We should be all right. So, like, here. Actually, it's warm enough here. We could probably just put them all together. Oh, I should have. Yeah, I was actually thinking about just putting a huge. We'll use a lot of steel. Oh, I gotta make sure. No, not lead. Not lead. Yeah. See, we didn't have that much steel. Yeah, that would have been. They would have immediately just overheated. 2, 3, 4. All right, there we go. So 1, 2. That's actually enough to run those plus a little bit more. Plus, we do already have those too. And on no fossil. Organic. Eggshell. No lake eggshell. No lime. Alright, so we're not making any more, not making any more steel any soon. Imagine, obviously we've been having some steel, so have some. There's a little bit of fossil here and there. Oh, keep us going for now. I want to get up cargo ships up and running. Definitely need to get one running. I need to get one running for coal and one running for steel constantly. And pretty much just keep them completely automated. Just let them run back and forth. Oh, look at all the lead. We got some more up over here too. Not too bad. And then there's some down in there. We've got a little bit of it left. Not a lot, but it'll keep us going for a while. Let's get some of the easy deposits. All right. Go from there. Oh, what do we get for printables? Fertilizer, sandstone. We're gonna go with the fertilizer. Don't really need could grab another person. We did put a battery down here. Probably, actually, these two run constantly. Might not actually need. Wouldn't be a bad thing since we are actually generating slightly more than we use. So 1500 is what we're actually generating. And let's see, we need water pump into these. And I think they have to manually run these, so it's gonna they're going to if so, I'm gonna tighten it up a bit. So that should be our water in, and then our output. Okay. Oh, we're right up there. And water in. So we're gonna have to run. Let's see what we're gonna run. We could just tie right in. I can't remember if I have the mod that lets us do, because you're supposed to do polluted water, but there's a mod that lets you use any water. And I can't remember if I, because kind of a pain if we have to separate out. Oh, first case of COVID in my town. I guess it's not me because I haven't got my results back yet. I mean, it's almost been 2 weeks now. I'll be like off my quarantine period before I even get my results if I have it. So, oh, yeah, I tell you, we really dropped the ball. Well, can't say we. Well, I guess we. Do I have that mod installed? I don't think it'll... No. Yeah, I really wish you could pull up, like, the mod list in-game. Alright, we need a, bridge. Oh, that's what I was gonna see. Which, I guess it doesn't actually matter which side we run it up. It's pretty much fine on either side. Oh, no, actually... Yeah, we're gonna change that. We do that. Snip, snip. Actually, we're not even pumping anything out of there right now. I'm not even gonna worry about that. Oh, hang on a second. Okay, I am back. All right, so pipe. Yeah, I'm really hoping I do have. Can't remember. Oh, we're gonna need another pipe for our oil output. Nope, don't connect. Which is gonna run right to that pipe. So that. Really? Just wants to run that way. There you go. Right. And yeah, I'll put on these. Well, we'll see if we have any bottlenecks or not. Now, do we have any stats on heat temperature? Oh, I'm glad it doesn't. Oh, we can actually. Yeah, I'd say it's clean water, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's actually clean water, not polluted water. Ah, yes. Yeah, and that's what some people were saying about the mod. It says it makes sense because technically the you know, when you're doing when you're pumping oil in to get oil, if you're adding like kind of like with the fracking, it's basically the same thing. You're creating pressure to get it to come up. They throw so many chemicals and stuff in there that it's, you know, why would you use clean water? And did we not? Oh, yeah. I guess we need the go. Go ahead and get rid of all that. We'll do some cleanup all the way down here. Good thing is I'm making it all the same resources, so they can just go down there and grab them. All right, but yeah, I want to get this up and running, and then I want to get. You guys can go step there. Let's see. So where do we want to pull our water off? Then, if it does need clean water, then that's actually really easy. We can get clean water because our tank's right above us. We can just hook right into our water line. Oh. So, main water line is right there. that. Alright, that will work. Oh, power issues. Yeah, which is one of the reasons we're doing this. Alright. Well, hopefully that should get those 3 up and running. Which we do have the one, but yeah, I changed the bounce a little bit because we had 3 petroleum, which make a lot of power. But I think if they have a chip in it, they make like 3 kilowatts. These make 1.2 with the chip. Yeah, 1.2 with the chip. So not quite as much, but you actually get, they're basically more efficient. So another 3 kilowatts is enough to basically not have our battery going dead. Because basically when they were kicking in, it was probably a little bit of overkill. But they were basically kicking in, 9 kilowatts at once. So I was trying to save on the hydrogen and whatnot. We're doing 10.1. So we are slowly losing on our natural gas. This is not ideal, but if we start running the petroleum, then these should not run as much. And I think on our automation, it's been a while since we did it, but go down to 50%. Down to 40. Natural gas was kicking in first. Oh, I think we're actually gonna maybe change. That. Have the, well, the petroleum generators kick in first, then the natural gas would kick in. Naphtha is, I believe, even lower. That was like our backup, 30, yeah. And I'm not even sure what our hydrogen is, 70. So we were actually running the hydrogen first. Which that, I believe we are still, we've got 13.4 tons of it in there. So we're definitely still stockpiling it. Of course, that might change when we start pumping a ton of it into liquid. And we're actually stockpiling. We got 17 point, like 29, 30. We basically have like 30 tons of oxygen. And a little bit of, like, get some germs in there too. Only 2 million. Oh, that's weird. No germs in that one. Germs in that one. Oh, you know why? Because this one is coming right off the electrolyzer. This one is, oh no, it's the other way. Oh yeah, yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, that one is, like I said, it's having an issue with the pressure. So what I did is I ended up putting this filter in. And then it's pulling off of this oxygen sensor up here. So if the pressures get too high, like see, we're still up at 4K, pretty much up there. So if the pressures get too high, it kicks in, it runs, it dumps it into the oxygen tank. So, but it's not actually ideal. What are we feeding off of that one? Oh, the base. Yes. So we're pumping the severely polluted air into the base. Oh. Except for that right there, we're missing a line. Yeah, I did do some cleanup on some of the lines. I always love when that comes to blueprints. Oh, wow. Cooks? Farmers? I'm glad our food production is doing so much better now, but you guys might want to get that off of the ground. Do we run out of storage? Nope, that's all ingredients. I actually added 2 more fridges just for that. Yeah, and this is basically our cooked food. Ingredients, 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 ingredients. I think we can actually, I'm not going to do it right now while they're asleep, but I think we're going to change that to, yeah, we're going to change that to edible. And then it's going to go in those 3. Though we still have room, so they're not picking them up. So somebody needs a higher priority on that store. I think that goes under supplying. I did bounce around because, oh, I might not have to have those as high now. Yeah, that might actually work better. See if that helps, because I couldn't figure out why they weren't getting they weren't dropping the food off, and I thought maybe I just needed to do higher on the storing, and then I realized we were actually out of the sedimentary rock. So we get 21 of those. We don't. We'll take the. Right. So we still want to work on that. It's good. It's running again. Keep on doing its thing. At some point, I think that's going to be the next project. Swap that over. And what do you guys... Any water down here yet? No. We do need a bridge. Probably help. Question is how much water are we going to burn through from this? Because for one, we got to fill up this line, which is going to be quite a bit in and of itself. Question is how much? Yeah, just filling up those lines. I mean, we do have quite a bit of water. We can still... There we go. And then we should be able to kick in that petroleum generator, which should straighten out our power for now. We can get our hydrogen... liquid hydrogen production up and running again. And... continue on with the rockets. And while that's going, then we can work on... Very nice, very nice. Oil. This is... what's the temperature? Alright, keep on running. It should... Oh, actually, we're pumping out from the div. I almost wonder if it would be better to just pump clean water out of there. Because we can do the pressure pump and then we'll get... we'll see. Say we'll get a lot higher flow because it's going to be, 5 kilograms. Why are you not sending more? It's keeping a good supply. 10 kilograms, not great, but it is working. Now we could dump it in here and let it switch over. Not a bad idea. I was actually thinking about putting a chiller in there. We can just keep it at like 400 degrees, a little over 400, and let it turn to petroleum and then pump it up. So we don't have to run the refinery and have the loss with the refinery. But for now, we just need to get it up and running. Oh, 65. Yeah, because we're not collecting. We were collecting it at like 600-700 degrees at one point. So don't have to worry about that. But no, it keeps running. Now the question is that heat? Oh, because it's the steam. Oh, that's right. They don't have to. They just have to go and release the pressure. Can we automate that? Oh, no. It just turns it on and off. Back pressure 11%. Oh, that's good. It tells us. Yeah, that does generate some heat, though. All right. Kind of wish we had a steadier flow of water coming down. But I think we're gonna... I mean, it's gonna run whether they're awake or not, so it'll keep running. It does keep running for a while. Yeah. Let's see. Now we could. I'm trying to remember if that's female. If that's female, obviously that's all wanting to go that way. Might be worth it actually to jump over, run up to this side where everything's putting out. Then we can, because we have 100 kilograms of water on that side. That's not gonna work. Spaghetti. Unless we just do that. Then we're not splitting the flow. But I don't think that's I'd rather just let it go. Because then it should split half the flow that way, half the flow that way. And ideally, I'd like to send too much back up that line. I was going to try to jump it there, but we can't do that. That's not going to work. Then they would overlap. What I should really do is just move that. Do we even have any carbon dioxide? I don't even think there's any carbon dioxide getting down here anymore. We probably actually don't even need that there anymore now that the base is sealed up. Well, we do have some carbon dioxide down there, but not much. Oh, we got lots of gas spots. Carbon dioxide's full in there. Yeah, we kind of know about that. That's fine. Though I should actually... that's taking quite a while to get that. We might put a skimmer over here later on. But these are keeping up nicely. Though we do have some natural gas that's gotten down here now. I mean, no, we're pumping that. No, yeah, it's probably from the range. Oh, and I did go through and remove most of the doors. I removed all the doors for everything that is not like a room. And that actually doesn't need to be an airlock anymore, but that's all right. Just to this thing, help with the airflow. Okay, so are we getting petroleum? Yep. Oh, then we need to. Yeah, let's empty that. Since hopefully it doesn't move. Shouldn't, because that's a backup. There's probably a lot of brine and stuff in there too. Yeah, I thought about just dumping that out and then letting them rerun it through the system. Which is, I don't think that we have anything filtering out like molten lead. So I don't know, I might look how our filter is set up. Because I think we didn't we set up the saltwater tank? Yeah, there's our saltwater tank. So if I actually, I might have to look at that, because we might change that and have, because we were doing oil or petroleum. Oh, that's why, because we're pulling salt water out, oil, petroleum is supposed to go through. I have to do 2 filters. And this is our naphtha. Yeah, we still might. I still might mention that before about readdressing, because we've got filter, 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 and that's our initial filter. which is either just water or polluted water. So if it needs to be run through the sieves, it goes through the sieves. If it doesn't, it just goes directly into the line. Oh, shoot. Darn. Oh, we probably broke something. We're probably gonna damage some stuff. But see, we are actually getting more flow now. I forgot that it's filtering up at the base and not filtering everything out at the bottom. It's been a while since we set that up. Oh, yeah, we might set up filtration, and I like filtering it up there because that's pretty much where everything is. So we're doing all of our fluids there, but and I don't want to just dump it back into the tank because we could have just done that. But I don't need my... Oh, no, wait a minute. Yeah, that was going to go back into there. Not ideal. Well, maybe we'll just do that for now, then. That is setting off a pretty steady supply, so we'll see how that goes. That might actually be enough. It's going to be a lot of water. Yeah, that doesn't pull in that much. So as long as it's a steady supply, we should be all right. The question is if we can keep the supply to the base going. And that water tank is dropping, so we'll have to see which one. Does the line fill up first, or does our tank empty? That's going to be the... All right. So anyway, hopefully... batteries start not doing that great. But to watch them for a minute here and see if it as long as they don't drop below. See, we're still kicking in our hydrogen, but I think these are all set to go to 100%. This one, oops. That one. Yeah, 50 to 100. Natural gas. And then that is the hydrogen. I'd like to see if... Oh, let's see. What's that? That's... wait a minute. Yeah, natural gas. We know natural gas isn't enough by itself. But I'm hoping... That's 1.2. That's basically double the output of what those three are. That might be an... oh, so hydrogen... Yeah, see, you get the little representation, but it doesn't really give you... And they're definitely holding... I think we're still dropping everything. Yeah, especially now that they're all up. Good enough. I think they're holding steady. No, it dropped. Alright. Those are staying full, those are still low, but we don't have... They're running. Oh, I have a feeling... Oh. Yeah. Yep, they killed that. Oh, because, yep, see the petroleum cut off. That's the bad thing about having it run off the refinery, because if they're not down there refining, it's not getting done. Question is are we stockpiling in the tank? I would say so. So we could actually just put a second refinery in. shoot. Let's do it this way. So jump up. Go up. Up. There we go. That will work. So we're gonna need a floor underneath it. And I guess since we're right there, you might as well just go ahead and push that off as a room. Oh, that's a lot of power. Let's see. Really? Where'd you guys go? Oh, yeah, break. Alright. Oh, let's see what we got for printables here. How about rust? Why not? You know, I have... Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say, I never see them using that, but... Oh, of course, there they are. Alright, how's it looking up top? We haven't looked at the... yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Good thing those are all working though. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, that's definitely saving that, because that... actually doing okay. This doesn't really matter, but we'll clean it out. Well, I didn't fix that one, but they haven't fixed that one. I mean, there's power. That power line got destroyed. They're telling me the rocket needs power. Oh, it's the gantry. I always hate that. Yeah, it shows in the middle of the device. Okay, yep. You would need power. Alright, we're doing good up there. We get any more steel made yet? What are we doing on steel? We got some more. Like one... Are they 4 tall? The top, which looks like it's 5. Right, so we gotta be about that tall. And I want to change this ladder, actually. I don't want to rebuild the whole rocket right now, so... Go! Construct that one. Construct those. Alright. Yeah, I want to move the ladder back because the gantries do block the ladders. So it would be nice to have a gantry or ladder all the way up and down. And then they can just come out and go to whichever one. Because I've a couple times, like, he's gotten off. The astronaut's gotten off and he's been stuck up there. Wasn't actually as bad as I thought it was going to be up there. Usually you look up there and everything's kind of completely buried. Those do pretty good, but... Which is actually a lot of where our power draw is coming from, because those are like 1,000 watts each time they fire. Yeah. Kills the batteries. Could make a, could try making a bigger battery bank too, but we have to... the only issue with that... Because I was going to put the petroleum down here, make some more natural gas. Kind of wish I'd done these tanks off to this side. Because we could have just extended up, extended up, extended up. We do have this line to tie into. Oh, that was one of the things I did do between episodes is I ended up breaking up the network some more and separating stuff out. Yeah, so, and basically every time I did it, I just, whatever, the top one was, moved over there. So that's running just, it's still way overloaded, but it's actually not. It's only when the lasers fire. So it's actually not burning anything out. Yeah, and then this is pretty much running the one aqua tuner. That's actually literally it, except for the one pump. That line's running the other aqua tuner with the chiller. And then this line is now running the pumps there, the pumps down there. Oh, and it's running that electrolyzer line, or most of it. So it that kind of really broke that up. Obviously, we still got some stuff going on over here, but really, it's not. We're not burning anything out, so it's fine. And I did a little bit of tweaking on the power lines over here. See, so, oh, yeah. But, yeah, I'm going to get that a little bit more self-sufficient. They're running way up there and repairing stuff way more than I would like. We could put some glass over these, but then we're blocking the... Actually, I think these are actually supposed to be able to shoot through glass. I don't know if I really agree with that, but it's the way it is. So... Oh, good. You guys are repairing the ladders and stuff. All right. Running. All right. All that stuff's running good. That's fine. Water, I think, still dropping. I think we were up to date. Oh, that's right. Where do we lights now? Yeah, see, we're having power issues, so it's giving little blurbs. But actually, while you're here, I'm here. Figure that out. Hopefully, before it moves, figure that out. Figure that out. Oh. Hopefully, somebody will get right on that. Probably not, because they're gonna sleep. Okay, you got that. Hey. Of course, it never fails. What over here? Oh, there you go. Oh, kind of. That sort of worked. All right, there you go. Yeah, get that one. Okay, there we go. How did you do that? Oh. Did that very late. All right. Yeah. Actually, probably turn right to steam. It is hot enough down there. They're gonna have to... I wonder if I should set these to a higher priority. Back pressure 71%. Back pressure 48. 17. They should come down at empty. 72, 73. I'm gonna set them higher priority just to make sure that they do go down there. Release that pressure. See, I don't know why we don't have a steam, Let's have a steam, give us a liquid pump to have steam come off. I don't know. Stuff is needs too much interaction from the dupes, I think. Wait, power now. No. And we're actually producing more petroleum than we're using now, which is a good thing, I guess. but we are not. Oh, we're gonna actually get another kilowatt out of that once he puts it in there. That would probably help too. These haven't been shipped either. They should be 1.2. Ah, there we go. And as long as, yep, we're building up a surplus now. It looks like. Oh yeah, now we're getting a nice steady supply. All right, so that is so. Then hopefully now be able to kick this back in. That's the question. Is that's another 2,400 constant drain. It's a matter of if we can keep those running or not. Now, we did have 3 petroleum generators and 2 natural gas, and I kind of rebalanced it because, for one, we didn't have any petroleum, so use up the natural gas that we have. All right, that's just gonna. Oh, they actually didn't lose that much heat. Negative, still negative, even for not running for a few cycles. Oh, we'll take it around and take it down there. Some ceramic. Oh, I never did finish that one. All right, deconstruct that. Yeah, I'd like to see if we have a pool sitting in there, if that helps keep it balanced out or not. A little bit better. We'll find out. Let's see. I have a feeling it might just end up freezing. If so, that wouldn't be too bad either, because it would, that's gonna be a heat sink. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yep, lasers are firing. Yeah, I love it when they come right down on the ladders. They still haven't fixed that one line yet. I don't know why they're, definitely be able to reach it. Oh. Something about that one. I do want to seal that up. Sometime relatively soon. Alright, hang on. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. That was actually my work calling me. So I am now officially furloughed until May 14th. I guess they're probably dropping down. I don't know. I haven't been able to go there for like a week and a half. It's a good thing they called me though, because they thought I was self-quarantining, and I'm like, which I don't get. I talked directly to the HR lady, and she's the one that actually just called me. And I'm like, no, I'm on a medically directed quarantine. I'm potentially exposed. They won't let me leave until I get the results back. So, but, yes, fun times. So, we're going to go ahead and end this episode here because now I got to go make phone calls and all that kind of fun stuff. We are at an hour and a half. Sorry to have the last, like, whatever, 5-10 minutes of the stream be that. But, yeah. Anyway, obviously I'll have a lot of time to stream in April, May. It's gonna be like a month. Yeah, fun times. All right. Anyway, yeah. So I do plan on doing another stream later on. Yeah, thanks for that. I mean, it is what it is, but yeah, at least I do have a date to go back, so that'll be good, you know. And they said it could be sooner, but that's what they're potentially expecting now. You know, but that sucks because unemployment's not, it's like a third of what I make. So, but we'll see. I'm sure I'll make it. Anyway, I'll be able to do plenty of streams, so that's good. All right. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next episode. It'll probably be an hour or so. Like I said, I got to make some phone calls and whatnot. And obviously let everybody know what's going on. I guess one is going to get my dog a bath and clean my bathroom too. So, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow now. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll pick up some more in the next one. I kind of want to address this. I am in Maine, which we're not in shelter in place. There's like 300 as of today, as of 11:30 today, which it's 2:20 now. 303 cases in Maine, 5 deaths total, and like 56 people hospitalized. My area technically doesn't have any. Actually, we have one confirmed case. The problem is our testing is so far behind. There's, last I knew, there was as of Monday, there was 1,300 cases or samples that were unprocessed, basically. So that's why I think we're kind of seeing our numbers starting to jump now. Is they're finally getting some of the processing done, but now they're only processing people who have either very high risk, like because of a health issue or a medical provider, or because they're in the hospital because they're sick. So, and I actually already know one of the things I do not agree on. I can kind of see why they do it, is cases are not reported based on where they are discovered or where the person currently is. It goes on their permanent record. So I know, and it's been in the paper. We have people that are in like 30 miles from me that show in a county that shows 0 cases that are confirmed, but they're from New York. So they actually came up, they didn't do the mass exodus from New York thing. They actually came up before everything happened, but so happens they were exposed. But that doesn't show on us because they're from New York. So it goes on New York numbers. Don't really agree with that because, you know, where do you know to send the supplies? You know, I mean, granted, there are a lot more cases in New York than here, but, you know, it just kind of, you know, where do you know where you're, you know, and I look at the map for my state and I go, oh, there's nobody in my county, you know, oh, there's nobody in 2 of the counties, you know, to the east of me. But really, I know that there's at least 3-4 confirmed cases over there, you know, that aren't showing up. But obviously, it's not like a widespread hot spot. But still, you know, you add them up, counties and stuff throughout the state, that could, you know, potentially be. And thankfully, tourist season hadn't started up here, because that pretty much triples the population in our state in the summer, and it's pretty much all in select areas. So that could have potentially been really bad for up here, because, you know, we're small hospitals, things like that, and they would have just gotten completely overwhelmed. But anyway, that's enough of that. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Like I said, hoping to do at least another 2 today. I'll go ahead and pause this, save it, and we will probably be picking up right back off where we left off. Basically, we're going to do some stuff on power. I think the next thing we're going to do is, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe this out, save the hydrogen, because we don't get a lot of power from these anyway. Make a line of, basically make one of these all natural gas generators, make a line of all petroleum generators. I think what I'm going to do is actually drop the petroleum generators up here, leave the natural gas here. We'll leave one naphtha or something somewhere for backup, because we only get that occasionally as a byproduct if the petroleum's too hot going in. And then we'll do another line of batteries, maybe up somewhere. I don't know, maybe we'll do batteries here. So, but anyway, and then on to other things as well. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next episode.